What's good, PC gamers? It's Christmas Day and all you want to do is wrap yourself in a cozy blanket, sit in front of your PC and sip something hot out of your favorite mug. Instead, your house is filled with cousins, aunts, uncles and worse, in-laws. This means you're stuck wearing an ugly, itchy jumper and expected to eat something with a name you can barely spell. And all you want to do is hide in your cupboard and play your Steam Deck, but no, you can't decide what to play. Don't worry, we got you. Here are 10 Christmas levels to play while avoiding your family. I'm Midas and let's start Christmas right, wearing all black and beating the stuffing out of some Gotham goons. It's only right to start with a dark night this Christmas season. But this isn't the stoic Kevin Conroy voiced Batman of Asylum and City, who calmly asks criminals to turn themselves in before he beats them up. He's a hot-headed, teeth-baring vigilante who punches first and asks questions later. The snow-covered streets of Gotham are a wonderful playground for our Cape Crusader to hunt down Gotham's B-tier villains. It's Christmas Eve and skull-faced mobster Black Mask has placed a $50 million bounty on Batman's head. 8 assassins have been hired to claim that prize, which gives Bat the joy of handing out punches, kicks and throws to a range of villainous schmucks. Origins was developed by WB Games Montreal instead of Rocksteady, so there's a big noticeable change in the feel of the combat. Origins combat doesn't feel as precise or have that same rhythmic flow, although the Devil May Cry inspired rating system is fun, so you can rack up a great combo performance before you head down for Christmas breakfast.
And that's how you ring in the new year!
Our next entry is one of my favorite RPGs. I love this game so much I've almost completely filled all 3 of my SSDs with Witcher 3 mods. I'm obsessed with the diverse range of landscapes and biomes, feeling like a badass by destroying huge flying griffins, horrid drowners and ghouls, all before sinking a cold pint while defeating your foes at Gwent. Let's head over to the Isles of Skellige in the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, climb up to the snowy mountains and walk into the beautiful Kaer Trolde Cathedral, which towers above the windy seaport city. Although there's no Santa Claus in The Witcher, you can buy yourself a gift of some new armor and weapons in the castle. Whether you are revisiting or it's the first time playing, Geralt's adventure is a delight. Between the deep lore, enticing side quests, engaging combat and incredible characters, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a perfect adventure to get lost in and form some new friendships, bonds and maybe even a virtual love interest. Pick Yennefer, by the way. There's a reason this game has sold over 50 million copies, and with The Witcher 4 in production, it's a perfect time to experience Geralt's greatest adventure. Web swinging in next is a set piece I never knew I needed to see until I saw it. Imagine grabbing your last minute Christmas presents, which you swore you wouldn't leave to the last minute this year. You're walking through your local shopping center, mall to our American friends, and you hear a crash and bang from a man dressed in a spider costume right in the back of a giant rhino man, knocking down Christmas trees and creating some of my absolute favorite Christmas gameplay. Spider-Man Miles Morales PC version is a good port of, in my opinion, an incredibly fun game. We gave it an 84% in our review, pointing out that Miles Morales is a more streamlined experience than its predecessor. Yes, there may be less to do than the original Spider-Man release, but almost all of it in a way benefits Miles and New York. Swinging around New York as Miles feels perfect, and seeing Spidey's reflection in skyscraper windows and the ray-traced winter streets never stops being fun. Between balancing his teen life and his awesome new electric powers, Spider-Man's Miles Morales is a great Christmas adventure. Can you have Christmas without Disney? The Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween Town in Kingdom Hearts 2 is the perfect dose of creepy, which is just what I needed this Christmas. Square Enix's series is a bizarre mix of hack and slash action, classic Disney characters and worlds with Japanese RPG storytelling. In Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora, Daffy Duck and Goofy visit Christmas Town and meet Saint Nick himself. KH2 is widely regarded one of the best Kingdom Hearts games, as it's where the crazy story really ramps up. There are more characters, more sub-stories, and generally a lot more to take in than the previous mainline game. Almost every spin-off from here branches off from Kingdom Hearts 2 to some extent. and it should keep you entertained, confused, and give you that elated joy that only Disney can.
You can't control your family, decide their every move, what they eat and what they wear, can you?
Well, you can if you create them in The Sims 4. EA's juggernaut of a simulated series has its highs and its lows, and The Sims 4 is starting to show its age. But there's no argument how fun it is to go full god complex and control every aspect of the world. The Sims 4 is over 10 years old now, and with its constant DLC packs, there is so much for you to explore, from snowy escapes, islands and city living, becoming a star in Get Famous, or living out your Jedi fantasies in Journey to Batuu. But the Seasons DLC is arguably my favourite because it lets you experience all 4 seasons and dynamically changing weather effects in all aspects of your Sims life. Things get even better during the winter season. There's snow, which means snow fights, snow angels, decorating your home for Winterfest, leaving gifts under the tree and dealing with them evil garden gnomes. And of course, Father Winter. With no Sims 5 in sight and EA out to disrupt the sequel model with Project Renee, it seems like we'll be trapping our Sims in swimming pools in The Sims 4 for a long time to come. For our next entry, you need to venture out of your comfort zone. Ask your partner to put down that turkey baster, or at least rope in one of your cousins for some couch co-op fun. It's not often you see a rom-com genre explored in games. Everyone knows the formula. A light-hearted, chuckle-worthy story about a pair of lovers seemingly meant to be for each other, but are kept apart through kooky circumstances. The tongue-in-cheek interplay between the two main characters is at the core of the genre, and it's a relationship that is difficult to translate into games. But Hazelight Studio tries to achieve it in It Takes Two, a co-op adventure. Our couple have been put into the bodies of their daughter's cuddly toys and have to work together to achieve any success. Chapter 5 takes the scruffy pair into a snow globe. These snow levels are super versatile and see our twosome using split magnets to repel and attract themselves around the level. Add in ice skating, snow fighting mini games, plus an underwater and quaint snow town, and you may just forget your Christmas dinner is cooking and need to order takeout. What's better than assassinating an egotistical millionaire, car manufacturing magnate, and a member of the Yardbirds on a yacht, doing it dressed as good old Santa Claus? Hitman 3 was our pick of the best stealth game of 2021, but the variety of different purchase options was so confusing that IO Interactive wrapped the whole thing up into one big package called Hitman World of Assassination. Don't think of Hitman, Hitman 2 and Hitman 3 as individual games. Fundamentally, all 3 entries in a trilogy are the same game. It's the levels that are different. With that said, Agent 47 has a whole range of exotic destinations to wreak all types of havoc in, from the classy catwalks of Paris to the murder mystery Knives Out inspired Thornbridge Manor of Dartmoor. Hitman's stealth sandbox has been created with non-stop replayability and creativity in mind, ensuring your Christmas will be filled with murderous joy. Undertale is absolutely brilliant, and it should never be spoiled despite how long it's been since its release. But all I can say is, for anyone who hasn't played, it's not quite what it looks like. A goofy 8-bit RPG parody owes a debt and at least 2 limbs to Earthbound Mother. The underground is packed with jokes, puns and adorable characters, alongside RPG puzzles and combat, which will all come together to make what we say is one of the best indie games of all time. Snowdin, though, is an absolute feast for the eyes. It's the first location you stumble across after leaving the warm embrace of Toriel, and boy does it convey the chill. Pixelated pine trees, mountains of snow, and a soundtrack that somehow manages to make you feel merry and breathe life into Snowdin Town. It's where you meet 2 of the game's most important NPCs, but it's the sort of location where you can spend hours in walking around and still find new things to giggle about, which most of the time are tiny Pomeranians hiding under the snow.
Ever since the days of DE Rats, there's been a long tradition of community-made maps in multiplayer games like Counter-Strike, which diffuses the tension of furious competition with goofy layouts and gimmicks.
Many editors of PC Gamer Team have warm memories of playing maps like AWP Christmas in different versions of Counter-Strike. The contrast of Christmas music jingling amid the Zeus-like thunderclap of the AWP just makes you want to giggle. Loading into these maps has eternally been a great Sunday afternoon with hot cocoa kind of gaming time with your Discord friends. Perhaps you can keep up this tradition with yours this holiday.
This list is pretty exciting so far, even if I do say so myself, taking me to places I didn't even expect. And there's only one way we can complete this list, by having a shootout with a giant snowman, aka Tinder Snowflake.
Although the Borderlands film was a huge disappointment, Borderlands 2 is a beloved game in the series. We scored the first person shooter that randomly generates guns you find an impressive 90% on release. The Headhunter DLC mission, How Marcus Saved Mercenary Day, takes us to the snowy mountains to visit the frost town of Gingerton, which sees you blasting at snowy yetis, rescue a train, and concludes with our Vault Hunter having to slay a giant snowman, Tinder Snowflake, who I wouldn't want to meet on a dark winter night, although I kinda agree with him hating on the Christmas choir singing.
Christmas is a special time to spend with your family, friends, and loved ones. Alright, let's be real. That's great, but it's the best time to play your favorite games. So let me know what are your favorite Christmas levels and what games you'll be playing with your family over the holidays. And which game has the best Santa Claus? Let us know in the comments. And check out our What Games Did You Play Over Christmas Holidays feature on PCGamer.com for inspiration. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from everyone here at PC Gamer. Please drop us a like and subscribe if you're not already. And remember, it's Game of the Year Season 2, so check back each day to see which games bagged our coveted award.